Good afternoon, everyone. This is Austin Becker again, coming to you live again from Alexandria, Minnesota, in my own home. And today the presentation is going to be on whose fault is it? That could be anything from the coronavirus to the situation most people are in with their Easter plans. The weather outside right now, as you can see, is just not the best. We actually have snow coming down here in Alexandria, Minnesota. And so this is just something that I kind of wanted to put together today. It's going to be a very short presentation, just kind of on some things that have been on my mind. So the first thing with COVID-19, I heard a video this morning from one of my favorite entrepreneurs on YouTube, and although I like his channel, some of his stuff can be very politically biased, and while I don't agree with some of his viewpoints and different things, he had a speaker this morning that came in that talked about, China and the coronavirus and how possibly, China's been involved and how the whole thing has been their fault. It's been a scheme from day one to make them more money and do whatever and make them more of a global power. And even if this thing was true, the bottom line is that what's done has been done, and we have to stop blaming. And it's the same thing with my second bullet point, is that it's like people keep saying, okay, well, Trump didn't take the necessary steps. America's in a bad situation. Maybe we didn't have enough research. We weren't prepared enough. And honestly, anything like this could happen at any point in time. We just didn't know when. I always kind of thought that there would be a time when a epidemic or a big, virus or disease, something would take over and people wouldn't be prepared for it. And this is just kind of showing that anytime people go out of their norm of their typical daily lives, whether that's, they're at their 9-to-5 job, they go hang out on the weekends, maybe at a bar or something, and now it's like, oh my gosh, I have to, be at home, take care of my kids, do whatever. They're out of their norm. Instead of complaining about it or being like, oh my gosh, whose fault is it? We have to blame somebody. Somebody has to be accountable for why my life is in such a wreckage right now, or maybe they're out of a job. Let's step back a little bit and say, this is a great situation because look at the time I have with my kids, look at the time that I have at home, look at the time that I have to clean, whether that's your house, your car, maybe you have a shed or lawn or whatever you want to do. It's a good time to not blame people. Again, I might not agree with the viewpoints on the whole China thing or what Trump has done so far, or even what other political people have done so far, or anything else that has happened about if we were prepared or not. But I just want to say that it's let's not blame people about the COVID-19. Let's find ways to come together and not blame, but find a peaceful solution that works for everyone. And that kind of goes into my next slide here, which is we need to stop blaming. Look for the good. And this could be not even about the COVID-19, but just in general. For all the kids out there, kids that are my age, currently right now I'm 20 years old, and just don't blame people. It's so big where it's take responsibility for your own actions, and if you're gonna blame for the right reasons. And I'm not saying you shouldn't blame, but make sure if you're blaming somebody for all the bad they did, blame them for all the good as well, because it deserves to be on both sides of the street. It's a two-way street, and complaining and blaming all the other doesn't solve anything. If we keep complaining about the situation, just blaming others, blaming other countries, it's not going to end well. We're going to start a war possibly. The next thing is just, like I said, looking for peace. I think, they always say with the big, pageants that are out there, they always say world peace. Honestly, that is something I think we need to move forward into the future. And again, this is my viewpoint, but I think that definitely we should be more focused on creating peace, creating connections, creating that community of coming together, and just kind of honing in on that kind of stuff. And a book that I read here actually a few weeks back is called The Power of Now, and this was a quote from it. Drop the negativity that your mind has created about the situation. That's exactly what we need to do during this time. So, in conclusion, I want everybody to enjoy their Easter, have a great rest of the week, rest of the day, even with kind of our iffy weather that we've been having, on and off, of the snow, the cold, the warm, which again, enjoy that warm weather while it's here and stuff. Definitely make sure and get outside, bike, do different things. And I just, honestly, take this time to, don't take it for granted. Please, take everything that's been going on and stuff as a positive. It's this morning I found out as well that my internship that I had planned for this month is now going to be extended again, and there's a lot of other kids that are in the same situation, a lot of parents, a lot of adult leaders, whoever in your community that probably are in the same situation. They're out of work, out of a job, out of an internship, different things like that, and just take this time to really sit back, think about the other stuff that I talked about, like in my previous video that I had, and again, just celebrate the time that you have, which brings me to a point that I also wanted to say. If my friends Kyle and Jasmine from high school are watching, I want to congratulate you. I know that you guys are going to get married here coming up very soon, and so I want to congratulate you guys on that and stuff. Hopefully you have a happy, healthy marriage, and just, again, for everybody else out there, enjoy the rest of your day, enjoy the rest of your week, and hopefully you guys have a great Easter, whether that's on a screen or with your family. So we'll see you again soon.